Ahoy rum explorers, I'm Nia, I'm a rum enthusiast, and today we're exploring Mount Gay's XO, the Smoky Peat expression. And I know I've been saying this quite often lately, but finally! Okay, are you happy? I punched the air. You want me to kick? What do you want me to do? I'll do it all because I've been waiting 2 years to find this bottle, and believe it or not, this weekend was a huge and very successful rum hunt, so whatever's here in the background will still be reviewed in the upcoming next week, but I have to review this. Listen, I had to contain myself this whole entire weekend so I could wait just for today to release this. Now, today we're going to go over how I picked this bottle, why I picked this bottle, who Alan Smith is to Mount Gay, and if I agree with most of the, I'd say, pretty mediocre reviews on this bottle. So grab a drink and come plunder some rum with me. Got your drink? It's officially rum time. So today we're opening this incredible bottle of Mount Gay XO, the Smoke Peat expression. As you can already see, this is already a very impressive bottle. It comes in this tremendous and incredible, beautiful box. By the way, I'm gonna try to insert a video shortly so you can actually enjoy everything up close and see everything. Because believe it or not, even the box has a map of Barbados. You can't really see unless you kind of tilt the box a little. If you do follow me on Instagram, I have a great picture of the map. It says limited edition. It is the XO, and this is the master blend collection of Alan Smith. Now, who is Alan Smith? Alan Smith is the retired master blender from Mount Gay. He was at Mount Gay for 20 plus years. Now, his history is he was born in Jamaica. He then went to England to study biochemistry and microbiology, and then went on vacation on the one-way ticket to Barbados and saw that there was an assistant lab opening and decided to stay. The crazy part is he took a little bit of a hiatus because the pay wasn't that great. He went and worked at a Coca-Cola factory and actually came back to Mount Gay for a little bit. So he did have a little bit of a hiatus, but he did work through and was eventually promoted to master distiller in 2010. The incredible innovation that this man did at Mount Gay was so remarkable, and he's so influential for Mount Gay because he is the first master distiller where they start working on different expressions, and this is one of his expressions, as well as the black barrel. That was something different to what they traditionally used to do. So this bottle comes, as mentioned, in this beautiful box. It is incredibly well constructed because here you remove this little piece, the bottle pops out. Now, most of Mount Gay's bottles kind of look the same, and I think that is because they're so eco-conscious that they try to keep the shape the same. Not to mention, I know one of their active campaigns is to reduce the cost of shipping, and these bottles are quite heavy, so they're trying to redesign and make the bottle a little bit lighter so there's less carbon footprint. I know that's one of their initiatives. So we're literally popping this open. I have to have the full experience with you guys. I have to have it. So I'm gonna go ahead and open this from scratch. And not only does it come with a very different seal than most bottles, on the top there's a little Barbados sticker and the Triton, and it says Alan Smith Master Blender Collection. This is bottle 5,489. He only put out 6,120 bottles. And what I thought was really cool on researching about Alan Smith, they asked him how he drinks Mount Gay rum, and he said, the way I drink Mount Gay rum is very reflective of the mood I'm in. Sometimes if I'm sipping something by myself, I usually like XO on the rocks, but if I'm out partying, He's like, I'll drink Black Barrel and ginger. So I love that he said that. Touche, Ellen Smith. I agree with you. Rum is all about mood for me as well. Let's wait for this freaking pop. Oh, that's a big one. That's what she said. This is a real cork. I'm gonna let this breathe a little as we talk about this beautiful little pamphlet that's included. Beautiful printing, same thing, Master Blender collection. There's a couple of pictures, beautiful pictures. And then here it says, it is with great pride that we introduce you to the first edition of the Master Blender collection, XO Peat Smoke Expression. For this limited edition of only 6,120 bottles, I have worked to capture the perfect balance of elegant rum overtones and mellow peated whiskey undertones. This one-of-a-kind blend is sure to please the most discerning of palates with unconventional character, freshness, and aromatic complexity. Love that. Damn. Then it talks about Mount Gay. At that time, they had been producing rum for 315 years, so it says that. It talks about how he blends. So talking about the specific juice, this is a molasses-based rum. It is a blend of column and pot still rums, matured 8 to 15 years in American oak barrels, and then finished in Islay peated whiskey cask for 6 months to add to the dimension, is what he says. Now, I did decide and started looking for this bottle about 2 to 3 years ago when I found out that there was this smoke peat expression, because Phil absolutely loves peated whiskey. So I went on a journey of trying to find it. The prices were astronomical. They were all aftermarket, so I was very surprised to find it this past weekend at Total Wine. It's not cheap, but it's also not super expensive. I was finding it online for higher prices. So I did pay $288.89. That is with taxes and fees. Now, I am going to give you the Master Blender's notes that it says here, because I think it's important to see what they're hoping you experience with these types of rums. So he does say that the appearance should be crystal clear, brilliant coppery hue. Slow running lanky legs. Oh my god, I think I might have to steal that. Lanky legs developed when swirled. Now remember, we haven't been agitating it lately because Tina at Mount Gay, when we did the tour, actually showed us that if you agitate it too much, it actually breaks down the notes and the compounds in there. So she always tells it to swirl. Speaking of Tina, I have a preview of the Mount Gay distillery tour. So here it is.
I think they were nervous. You guys needed me to taste it first? You don't trust me? I think it goes without saying, but I'm still gonna say it. No double dipping. Well then let's go.
Welcome back. What did you think? Are you excited to see it? Did you see Tina? She's in this video. She gave us the amazing tour of the distillery, so definitely subscribe to watch that entire video. I'm having Mauro, my friend and editor, work on that video. We're partnering with Vision and amazing ideas, so I'm very excited to put that out. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. If that's inspiring you, go to Mount Gay and visit it. Now, as far as the aroma, he said that it should be distinct old oak aroma, stewed fruit, sweet caramel interlaced with warm chocolate, bourbon, vanilla, and smoke, or in this case peat, which to me it's quite different. As far as the mouthfeel, initially delicate on the palate with a velvety texture, followed with a powerful freshness that culminates in a long opulent finish. Today we're doing something very different for this very special bottle, and I'm bringing out the tulip. Not only does he recommend to do a tulip glass in his little brochure, Trudy Ann Branker, in an interview that I heard, also recommends a tulip glass or over a large ice cube. As you know, I typically don't do reviews over ice anymore. I feel like it weakens the spirit, and over ice is more for like drinking purposes. After I've done the review, I want to be able to enjoy all the aromas and the full palate experience without watering down. So on to the review. So I am gonna pour a little bit in my Glencairn and a little bit in the tulip glass. Ooh, not missing a single drop. That smells quite interesting already. Oh shoot, guess what I noticed? This also comes out. So if you don't wanna display it in the box, you can display it outside, and it has this cool little like wooden stand. Oh, this is so nice. This is probably the nicest bottle of rum that I have in my collection thus far. Now, I did bring the rum aroma training kit out, so I am gonna pull out some chocolate notes, vanilla, caramel, and see if I have anything with smoke in it, although I don't think so. I'm gonna bring out tobacco, which is 21, in case the smoke kind of matches that, and vanilla, which is number 24, and caramel, which is number 4. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that sitting for a couple minutes, and then I'm gonna go over the journal information. I finally found my journal, believe it or not. So as far as the journal rum type, this is gonna be an aged rum. As far as the Gargano rum type, this is going to be a single blended, because it is a blend of pot and column still rums blended together. Let's see the notes, if I distinguish anything from what was, for me at least. Because remember, this is very personal. So if you don't nose or smell what I'm smelling, it's okay. We're going to lightly swirl it. Immediately, there's like beating at the top here. I think I'm going to do the Glencairn first, just because I'm so familiar with this. Oh my god, that does smell smoky, oaky, and to me a little bit of cherryness. Or actually, I agree, there is some caramel. That smells amazing already. Wow, that's beautiful, beautiful nose. Now, I don't know what lanky is, but I'm assuming it's something like lengthy, so let me look it up real quick. Oh, okay, so yeah. So lanky is being tall, thin, and usually loose jointed. So I think I'm gonna steal that from Alan Smith. What do you guys think? Will you start using lanky as well? But definitely can smell the peat in there, like the peaty smokiness of it. To me, peat smells like a little bit herbal or like medicinal. And then I do get a little bit of like maybe like alcohol, or like maybe like a little bit of hot fumes, but definitely the oakiness is pulling through. The chocolate, the caramel. Now that the alcohol is starting to dissipate a little bit more, let me know the tulip glass as well. So this is called the tulip glass because it literally looks like the flower. It's like a tulip shape. It's funny, when you go to all the distilleries, they don't have you, well actually when we did barrel theming at the distilleries in the Caribbean, or specifically in Barbados, they don't have you try stuff in the Glencairn. They have you try it in the tulip glass. And I've seen a couple of videos too of like in Cuba, a couple of distilleries, they also use tulip glasses, which is quite interesting. Let's see if it's different. It's definitely more subdued as far as the alcohol fumes. I'm getting like, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but I'm getting like kind of like a cookie dough smell, like a sweet like marzipan is what I'm getting in this one. It's a little bit different. It smells more like a flowery note on this one. Still get that sweetness of the caramel, vanilla, but the oakiness completely different. A lot of oak or peat smoke here, none here. You get more of the sweet notes. Okay, I gotta try this. So excited. Let's start with the Glencairn. Cheers. Wow. Let me tell you, if you so happen to find my channel and you're a whiskey, specifically a peated whiskey drinker, oh my god, this is the rum for you. Very, very peated rum. Let me tell you, you can barely tell this is a rum. I'm very surprised that this amount of peat is in this rum, and it was only in that Isla barrel for 6 months. Obviously, now I understand why the reviews are very, very mixed, because probably those people are not fans of peated anything, including rum, obviously. To me, usually rums tend to end a little bit on the sweeter note, just like the Outlaw rum that is currently in my treasure chest. That one I really, really do enjoy, because it is a blend of Isla and Highland finished rum, so it's a little bit on the sweeter side. It's actually, to me, it's delicious. This one is more on the heavy peated side, but I can definitely appreciate this expression. But it is quite heavy on the peat, so I can see why people are like mixed feelings, because not everybody likes peat flavors. I'm gonna take another sip of this because I obviously want to make sure of what I'm tasting. There was a pretty big, lengthy, warm hug. Not super hot, but definitely there's a lot of oiliness on the top of the palate, and there was a lot of heavy pepper like spiciness. And the smoke, I wouldn't even call it smoke, I would literally call it straight up peat flavoring. Phil's gonna love this. He's gonna love that. Is delicious though, I have to admit. I'm gonna cleanse my palate and then I'm gonna move on to the tulip glass and see the difference. Now moving on to the tulip. Cheers! Now, with the tulip, it's a little bit different. You do get that initial palate of the peat, but it's not as lingering as in the Glencairn. For some reason in the Glencairn, it feels a lot stronger. I feel the burn. I feel the nice warm hug in my chest. And by the way, this is a stunning, very lanky, I'm gonna steal that word. I told you, you're gonna hear me use it from now on. A very lengthy palate. It lingers for a very long time. It lingers down your throat, on your chest. It's quite an experience. I'm actually very delighted and I'm enjoying this a lot. So I'm impressed. Now, I can appreciate peated rums and peated whiskeys, but I wish it would have a little bit more sweetness to the finish, but it's definitely a great rum. As far as the Royal Rum Society's taste classification code, between a 1 and a 9, I'm definitely gonna give this a 4. It's a little bit more on the drier side, I would say, versus sweet. And then from bland to flavorful, I actually, even though this is not very diverse, I'd say it is quite flavorful, only because the potency of the peat. I'm gonna give this an F. Now from harsh to smooth, originally I gave it a H for high. I waited like, I'd say maybe like 5 to 7 minutes, and then I gave it a medium. So as far as the Royal Rum Society's taste code classification, this is gonna be a 4FH. And as far as the Whiskey Exchange flavor counts, I gave this a dry and spicy. I think that one is the closest one to that. So, moment of truth. Is this treasure chest approved? No, it is not. It is too peat heavy for me. I can definitely appreciate it. I'm very excited to have this in my collection, but I just wish they had a little bit sweeter finish, and I wish you could tell that this is still a peated rum, but this straight up feels like peated whiskey, literally. I know Phil's gonna be ecstatic, and if you are an entry-level rum explorer, I highly suggest skipping this rum. You do manage to try it, but if you're here and you love peated whiskeys, this is the rum for you. This is the rum for you. Yes, it is. You're gonna absolutely love it, lose your mind, and think that this is not a rum. Let's be honest. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this review, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button so I can welcome you on board and you can be part of our crew. Please don't forget that April 18th, Nani and I will be doing another rum news. So make sure you tune in that night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time live. And tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're closing out March Women's History Month with Isabel Rosal. She is the first master sommelier, a CEO, mom. What does that woman not do? She's a beast in my eyes. So definitely tune in. We're going live tonight again at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And don't forget Rum News on the 18th of April with Nani and I, giving you all the latest and greatest of the rum world. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to the next rum. Cheers! Hey, did you enjoy this review? Check out this video right here of another very rare bottle that I was able to scoop up while I was in Barbados.